Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Hey, was that too loud? Sorry.
Yes, just a little.
My bad. Well, I don't know this mic.
It's not a dick, okay?
Hey, oh my God. Welcome to the other side of the Beehive. We are here and we are rolling. I hope you guys are having a kick-ass week. It's your girl Birdie with my cute co-host.
It's Justin. I got a new style this week. I've been feeling my...
You put the wig on, you're not Justin, and I'm not Angel. I am Birdie.
Oh, but... You know, what could this be? All right, you know, you are Angel, and I am Justin.
So that's what I'm saying. My alter ego, I put the wig on, so my alter ego is Birdie.
It sounds like you are taking, like, hormone medications. Your voice has changed a little bit.
I know.
You no longer have a Spanish accent either.
Oh. Olé. I don't know.
I think the hairline's better too.
I mean, you like that? I mean, you like my bang area?
I love the bangs.
You are
feisty. You are a very small...
You know what, Angel?
Yes, Justin.
I would fuck you in that wig.
You best.
You
bet your ass you
You know
would.
what?
What's new?
Oh, so much. Let me tell you about my life. Okay.
Tell about the drive down here.
This is The Other Side of the Beehive, episode 166, The Takeover. And you already know a lot's changed. I mean...
Our voices.
Yeah.
For one.
And we grew vaginas. It was like...
Whoa.
Metamorphosis.
And boobs.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird that we're not feeling ourselves right now, right?
I mean, it's like if girls had dicks, they'd fling it around. But if guys had boobs, they just fill it all day.
Any other
They're
day.
just fat sacks, guys. They're just fat sacks.
Skin sacks.
Really?
But I mean, like, you know, now that I'm a girl, I was...
Now that I'm a girl.
I was checking myself out earlier.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to record, getting to meet our boy Brian.
Hey.
Yes. Hey.
And getting prepared for this episode because, you know... You just have to appreciate when you just look good, all right?
I mean, we look damn good.
Like the Britney hoops.
Oh, you like those?
Oh, a little
My
bit.
hoops.
All that being said, April Fools, bitches.
We ain't the other side of the Beehive.
This is the Takeover for a reason. This is Hard Talks with a Blonde and a Hippie, stepping in by special request of our good friends Angel and Justin.
Because we're amazing.
And we're just so happy to be here in studio with Brian.
How do I rate? I get to hang out with you two today.
I know.
Because you're
A
amazing.
lot better looking than those other two.
You sure are. Highlight of the day.
I like it.
We're here.
Very
You guys
handsome man.
You guys are very much a better. You're probably going to be nicer to me too.
I think so.
I hear that they're mean to me.
I mean,
I hear that too.
We have our moments. It's a running joke between the four of us that we are the female version of The Other Side of the Beehive over at Hard Talks. And I think that's fair to say because Sarah and I bust each other's balls, even though we don't have any a lot. And
we do.
I won't say the surprise that's coming on our show because I don't know if they're going to drop at the exact same time.
Okay.
But big things are coming. You know, watch out. It is April Fools.
Things.
You ever play any pranks on anybody for April Fools?
I try to, but Chase just gets me all the time.
See, I could see your husband being
He's so
angry
if
if he gets pranked.
Okay. Have I not talked about his crazy eyes?
No. But, okay, before we jump into that, hold on to that thought. Just for clarification, this is Hard Talks with a Blonde and a Hippie. I'm your trippy hippie, Alicia. This is my co-host,
Your favorite blonde?
Sarah. So you can tap into our show at any point. We'll drop that info at the very end. But as far as April Fools, tell me about your husband.
He has crazy eyes. Like legit shit. He gets crazy eyes. Like you know how Caroline, she sits in her seat and she goes,
Yeah, she
You
looks
ever
like she's
seen that?
shitting herself. Yeah.
she literally starts shaking. She'll go, and I'm like, that is your child. She's
Copy,
yours.
paste.
Full
There you
on
go.
blown, right?
That's funny.
So, well, like, I'll be trying to be cute and funny.
I know this isn't a funny thing to joke about because us as females, we try to view the sensitive side and all perspectives, etc., versus our gentlemen friends here. I'm not saying that they're insensitive or anything, but the big April Fool's joke that every female used to play on like significant other would be, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
Yes.
Right? And for a long time that was insensitive to so many people who were infertile or who couldn't have kids themselves. And so, like, yes, I understand that side of it. It's not funny. But since you obviously are not infertile and not being insensitive to anybody else, you should play that prank on your husband. Do you think he'd shit himself if you brought a fake pee test to him?
No, because one, we don't do it. Poor guy can't get his rocks off. And we've been talking about having another one anyway. So he'd been like, "Oh, well, we're having another one. That's cool. I'll go get fixed."
Really?
So.
Wow. I think one of the funniest April Fool's jokes I've ever played on somebody, and it's something small, but you get those like from a fireworks stand, the ones that pop on the ground when you throw them. You tape them to the bottom of a toilet seat. So when someone sits down, it's like, pop. Or you put it at the top of a door, so anytime someone closes it, it seems small, but it's all based on reaction, right? So the person I played this joke on obviously didn't take it too lightly, and he like jumped like a cat, like, holy shit, like, yes. And you know what's a classic also is like tying a rubber band around the
Water
hose on the sink.
Putting saran wrap over the toilet so when they go to sit down and they pee.
You're disgusting.
I should do that to Angel.
You should. He's living with you, huh?
We live together, so yeah, I should do that to him.
Oh,
There
you
you
could
go.
do so many things. Let us help you plan something.
Hey.
Well, let me finish my story about my husband's crazy eyes.
Yes,
fast, then we
please
can
do.
go off.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So he doesn't like to play very nice, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'll be all cute and funny, and I'll be like, "Oh, haha." Tap him, right? Oh my God, he'll come out roundhouse, kick me. I'm like, oh my, like he gets his eyes going. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Like there's two things that we cannot do together, or we would probably get a divorce. We cannot move together, and we cannot travel.
What do you mean?
So
you guys travel quite a bit.
So I can't be involved with the map. He gets very ornery. I don't know how to.
You can't be the navigator?
No. And it's on my phone. So I'm like,
You're
Siri
probably a
tells
shitty
you,
navigator. No
I'm
offense.
like, I said that. I said all the time. I'm like, why am I doing this shit? And he's like, because you can't. I'm like,
you know what, though? I
do
can't
that.
handle shitty navigators because, like,
Siri does it for me.
no,
I'm like,
because sometimes the GPS lies to you, right? I've had many a times where, like, especially over, like, long cross-country trips, right? So when I'm moving back from Sacramento, my ex-husband helped me drive back from California to Utah. And, sorry, I have
there's
hair
a
in my
wig
mouth.
Hair. This is not my real hair, people.
Nope, it's synthetic. And we're going to talk about that, some alter egos here. We're going to introduce
my
some to
birdie.
you. Since the other side of the Beehive's audience is new to us, or, you know, if you've never listened to us before.
They probably like logged on and were like, what the hell?
Yeah, we'll
Wait
delve
a
into
second.
that.
Did we go on the wrong one?
I'll be like, man, Angel
you didn't.
looks...
We'll probably get more views on this one than any other episode we've ever
I mean,
done.
we are pretty
Angel
cute.
looks really good today.
His
welcome.
hairline is amazing.
He's very pale today.
It's those bangs.
He's
It's those bangs.
It's very pale.
He's going to kill me for talking about
But,
his hairline like that.
There's nothing I can't not mention in this show, right? Okay, well, I mean, it's incriminating me, right? So me and my ex-husband are driving back from California. And before we left, you know, there's obviously legal cannabis in California, but we bought it illicitly for a really cheap price.
Illicitly.
We bought a whole freaking pound for less than like $150. That's
Damn.
absolutely unheard of, okay? And so
Was it,
we
like,
also
laced with shit?
we pre-rolled a couple of blunts for the long drive back to Utah. And so we pull off somewhere in the middle, like somewhere in buttfuck Nevada, okay? And the GPS is, we stop and smoke. And GPS is like, oh, take this road and it'll bring you to an on-ramp nearest you. And so I'm like, okay, Stony baloney, going about my business, listening to some
Stony
music.
baloney.
And my 95 Buick Century that rocked like a boat, right? You would hit a bump and it'd be like, whoosh, right? And
like the best.
I fucking love that car. That was a great car. But
the best thing I've heard all day.
my GPS guided us to a freaking field. Middle of nowhere, like just dirt road, straight for as far as you can see it. And it says, go left. My ex-husband looks at me, he's like, what the fuck? There is no left. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the moment where we get abducted by aliens. There is no such thing as coincidence. This is what brought us here. And he's like, go, speed up, turn around or something. And so, yeah, I don't trust GPSs anymore. I feel for your husband.
It's not my fault.
And to those navigators who are like super distracted, my current boyfriend is one of them. Literally, he'll be on his phone and navigating me, and I'll be like, okay, left or right? And he'll be like, oh, go left. And then I go left, and he's like, I said right. And I'm like, no, you said left. Don't even play that game.
So my mom, like, she'll give you the whole directions before we even leave.
Oh, I hate that.
And then, like,
kind of like a map quest.
Yeah, and then she'll be
Circa
on her
2002.
phone. So she'll be on her phone, and then you'll, like, miss exit. She'll be like, I told you to take that exit. Why? And then she'll get, like, mad that we didn't take that miss exit. And Chase is like, I can't remember where you told me to go.
But that's the running joke, is because I really am a terrible city driver. Even coming to Salt Lake, Angel's always like, real Angel, not this fabulous Angel. He's always like, when are you going to come up? Let's go to a bar named
down?
Sue. Yeah, shut up.
See?
Come down, come up, come down.
Come to Chakra. And
Yeah,
hang out.
come fuck around, whatever. And I'm always like, I don't drive in the city, my guy. And he thought that was a joke, and I was like, no, not unless I have to, because...
He don't drive in the city either, with that big-ass truck he's got.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Have you
And
seen
if
those
you
roads?
listen to our show or know me personally, you know I'm a pretty level-headed person. For the most part? Question mark? Is there a question mark? Yeah, anyways. Well, I get along with mostly everybody.
Okay.
Let's rephrase. And so I turn violent when I drive in the city. I get so frustrated. I always...
Rage?
Yes, I really do. And I don't experience that anywhere else, like in traffic or on the freeway. It's like cities, because I always miss my turn, or I'm always stuck behind some jackass who isn't going fast enough. And again, like, I can never get where I'm going or find parking in a reasonable time frame. I get too frustrated. Like, it's not
And you're
fun.
always late.
No, I am late. I'm late to everything.
Everything.
So,
Everything?
maybe everything. We were early for this.
You were early for this, so.
So, I mean, I guess
you had to pick me up.
I should pat myself on the back.
I'm very proud of you for that. I was like, shit, we won't get down there till about
We'll hit the applause button for you there.
Thank
you.
you. Thank
There
you.
you go.
You gotta sneeze?
No, I
You were
just,
crying?
I'm feeling it. I earned that. I earned that
okay.
applause.
You can't hear it, but I can hear it. So.
See, and that's
There's
what's hard for
applause.
me too, is I'm so used to hearing myself that I'm like, am I too loud? Am
No,
I
so
too
Justin
quiet?
and Angel came on and recorded on our show, and Justin, I'm a little bit of I should have even said that. I'm like, oh, you don't have headphones. What a great thing. I don't have to wipe them off with a Clorox wipe or anything, because he doesn't like germies very much. And this last time he was over at our studio, he's like, I know you well enough. I guess I'll wear the headphones. And I'm like, well, here, have a wipe. And he's like, no, don't be dramatic. And I'm like, I don't think I'm the one being dramatic, my guy. Like, I'm not the one that needs to wipe everything down when
He's
I first use it.
No. Nay.
So something that we say at the beginning of every episode of Hard Talks is, this is an 18 and up podcast, just because we curse like sailors and talk all things controversial, difficult, wildly inappropriate, and taboo. But I suppose we didn't need to include that for the other side of the Beehive because they just go balls deep every episode. They just jump right in.
I mean, so do we. And I think by our episode, 60 something, they should know by now.
Yeah, but I mean, what about the new listeners who have pushed play for the first time and maybe are a soccer mom and have all
Why did you
13
point to
of their
me when
children?
you said soccer
I
mom?
don't know.
Do I look like a soccer mom to you?
Well, the bob kind of. I mean, if it wasn't
My blue bob
maybe a little bit.
and my hoop.
But I mean, it's almost like
Very
getting
itchy.
pegged without wanting to, right? Right in the ass. You're not expecting
Hey.
it. They just jump right into it, and they're like, "This is who we are. We're talking about it."
Did they not use Coco New?
Sarah is a new brand representative, not really, but she should be
Unpaid.
for this what is it even called?
Coconut oil-based lube.
Oh, she's been
called
raving about it for the last 3
New.
episodes.
Have you bought it yet?
No,
I'm gonna buy you a bottle just so you can have it
for my birthday.
for your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Best sex of my life.
Yes. Literally. Do not buy water-based, people. No water-based. Nay.
Water-based lube.
No, buy the coconut oil. It's in a blue box. It is called Coco New.
You know, I've never really
COCONU.
I've never, and this is not paid. Let us
No, it
remind
is
you.
not.
She just is raving
I'm
about
obsessed
it.
with it.
But I don't think I've
She's
ever.
hoping to get a sponsorship out of this.
I am hoping to get a spot. I mean,
got you.
shit.
After
Poor
so
Chase
many
needs,
weeks of talking about it, we should.
needs to get some.
But I've never taken the time to look at the ingredients of my lube previous to this.
Probably water-based. That's
Well,
nasty.
I would buy my lubes from Pure Romance.
I think most lubes are water-based.
Why would they do that to us?
I don't know. It's just uncomfortable. Because, like, the Coco New coconut oil one literally feels natural.
What does natural mean to the people listening?
So what does your, what is your stickiness feel like? I don't know,
I don't know, let me check.
Yeah, will you finger yourself for a second? No, that is what it takes it to where it's enough slip to really get it in there, but sticky enough to not make it can you feel it? It's too slippery. I can't it doesn't feel good to the point where you're just slips right in and out. But it makes it tacky enough to where it's oh, that's a natural, that's your
Tacky?
natural lube.
Tacky is not the
not
is that
tacky,
an adjective?
sticky.
That is not the adjective. No,
it
I wouldn't
makes
have.
it sticky enough to where you're you can it gives you the friction.
Okay. All right. I understand that.
I might get it for
So
you
anyone
you
listening,
understand.
go down south, feel yourself a little bit. If you're a little moist like we are, it's a little humid down there. Check it out.
Just get it. No matter who you are, just get it. Birdie approves, okay?
Is that what this alter ego is?
Yes.
What
My
does this
birdie.
look like? I was literally okay. So fun story for
Like
you
a
guys.
Roxy.
We're gonna introduce some of our alter egos. No, this is not a Roxy. She's not feisty enough.
They have hemp infused body oils.
See, you look that shit up. Look at him go.
Are you Hispanic
I
now?
know. I don't know.
Maybe we should just call you Angel with the blue wig. Hello, Angel.
There you
I
go.
am sexier. See,
Hola,
look.
¿cómo estás?
Look.
Oil-based lube, water-based. They have water-based.
They
lube,
have
too.
water base. No, don't get the water base.
Don't get the water base. All right.
Look, great for skin on skin, oil based.
What is- I'm curious about the hemp infused.
Increases sensation, eases tension, nourishes skin.
Oh.
Ooh.
And vaginal skin is the most sensitive.
Look, the water base is the vegan.
Okay, so
Ooh.
have you?
And it's a pretty box.
I've never. I go back to the essential lube. You know what it is?
Spit.
Spit.
There you go.
Oh my God.
When in doubt, spit it out. Okay.
Stop it. And if you're going to start using butt plugs, girlfriend, you need Coco New.
Are we going to talk about butt plugs on someone else's show?
We're going to talk about everything.
Okay. Well, little butt plug education here for you.
Always
Do not go
research.
buy your
Okay.
first butt plug at a Spencer's or a chain store.
You get it online, and you can get like size up. I have 3. A little one, a medium one, and a big one.
How big is this big one? That's really big.
But it like, it's
Could
like,
you imagine shoving a 4-inch
nope.
butt plug up
Nope.
your butt?
how big is a
Nope.
dick?
I am now privy to the anal club now.
But I'm telling you, have you done the front and the back?
Your fucking accent is gonna be the death of me.
Girlfriend.
You sound like a mix between a valley girl and a dirty Hispanic.
I don't even know. But really, if you get the butt, no, don't even do a butt plug. Have someone in the back and someone in the front. I mean, you can have 2 people.
And 2 people.
I mean, you could. I would definitely have a 2 men. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
But
if you never
have a
listened to
little
our
bub-
show, Sarah is also obsessed with erotica novels. So
I
she's living
love-
vicariously through the characters in said books. So
Love
some of
erotica
these books, and we do monthly Patreon bonus
We didn't
episode
do that
readings.
for
We didn't
March.
have one for March, but April. There are some scenarios in some of these porn novels where I'm like,
smut books.
but how is it physically possible? You only have so many orifices and so many holes on the body. Like,
Okay, you have 3 guys. You have 3 holes.
what was it last week when we recorded with Hopelessly Unromantic where they were telling us
The
about
belly button.
No, about the urethra. Like people legit like try to have their pee holes stretched out.
stretched for urethra penetration.
That face is how I feel on the inside.
It makes my hooey hurt. No,
Well,
there's
and it's
not
just
enough
like-
cocoa in the world for that.
Your pee hole is so small. Sometimes it's like I don't even know where to find that.
I don't
On my own
I
anatomy.
didn't even know where. I don't even know. I have to like in a mirror and like a map.
A big map.
A big
because
map for my vagina.
There's a lot going
Maybe
down.
Siri can help you find
Maybe.
it.
Hey Siri, where's
Siri,
my
where's my pee hole?
urethra?
I think Siri
I
might
can't
lie
find
to
it.
us because
Get
She
you
probably
stuck,
say it's
stuck
my
in
butt.
a field.
that. But I didn't even know that was a thing. Like that was a fetish that people
I didn't
literally
even know
try
it was a
to.
thing.
Like they enjoy sex in their urethra.
That just like.
And I might be saying or going about that wrong. I apologize if you're into that.
I
but,
mean, hey, everyone has their fetishes, and we're here for it. It's
But
just not our cup
I
of
can
tea.
only imagine like experiencing anal for the first time.
Do you imagine like stretching out your urethra?
No, that's like smaller than my pinky.
Could you like hold in your pee at that time?
Probably not. Think about after you give birth to a live human.
Like, but that's out of your vagina.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I don't know.
Can we just recap that for a second? Could you imagine giving birth to a human child? Yeah, not out of my fucking urethra. It's out of my vagina.
So imagine like taking something and shoving it up that even smaller.
Like, help! Like your urethra is not even that big. Like it's not. I think it's like waist. It has to be like
No.
teeny tiny.
That's something I don't think I'll ever get on board with. But the anal, that's something different. Okay, so with the Spencer's gift store, don't purchase your first anal butt plug there
But have
just
you only done
because
butt plugs?
they
Or
are
have
all the
you-
same
Or
size.
has someone else put something else in your butt that was not a butt plug?
Like what?
Like an appendage.
Oh my God.
His dick.
Well, see,
Did
we've talked
say
about it a
put
couple
his
of times when you accidentally get pegged, right? That's not enjoyable for anybody.
No.
Accidentally get pegged?
Yeah,
Like you're going you're ham-towning it, and all of a sudden you're just like, you're like, holy shit,
the guy
mother.
overplays the stroke and pops it in the wrong hole.
Yeah, hole in one too, and it's literally like erect, whole body. Don't touch me. I'll kick you in the face. You should leave because I might commit homicide.
Right now.
Yeah, we can get real close because I'm about to bop you. Like, it's not good.
That just like hurts because you aren't prepared for it. You ain't lubed up
You
for
ain't got
it.
the cocoa new.
Ain't got the cocoa new on it. I mean, he's just going dry town, and you're like.
But anyone who's experienced an accidental pegging knows how traumatic it is, right? Because you have a
Very
little
traumatic.
PTSD. Like, oh shit, that's not enjoyable. Who wants to partake in that? Willingly, you know what I mean? And so now that it was significant other's birthday, I was feeling very
Generous.
that's a great word,
Generous?
generous, very generous. And
Generous?
I gave him this fucking coupon book. I was a little inebriated when I wrote said coupons.
But you have to be a little inebriated when you go for the butt plug.
Well, but see, I wasn't planning on that. So I give him this coupon book, and some of these coupons I had written while under the influence of great wine were
Grape wine?
No, great wine. They were extreme, right? Like, one coupon, one free night of experimental butt stuff. No sane Alicia ever in her right mind would have written that. And so when he pulled that out and tried to cash it in, I'm like,
you wrote it.
Can
Sucks
we
to be
veto that
you.
one?
That's not valid. It's that
I
coupon's
mean,
expired.
yeah.
This expired yesterday.
No. And so then he's like, well, no, like let's this could be fun. Let's go on an adventure. Let's find something to ease the introduction into the world of anal.
Call my good friend Sarah. She will help you.
That sounds bad, but I'll call you next time. You better
Sarah
be over
can help.
quickly. She likes
learned
pineapples for a reason. It signifies swinging. So no, not really. She's not a swinger. But we go into Spencer's, and they only have 3-inch butt plugs. And that sounds insane, right? But it's like, because it's tapered at the top, and then it gets bigger.
And then it has like the little bowl.
Got a little handle with the jewel on the end, because you need to be fancy, I suppose.
Why, Julie? You should have got like a tail.
Do they have tails on? Anyways, this is just what's at Spencer's. But I even had to like go up to the goth girl working the front desk, and of course, I mean she was striking. She was a beautiful woman, but I mean just completely blacked out, like pierced every orifice of her face, and didn't love it. But she was just like, you could tell this girl's been around the block, if you know what I'm saying. Or at least we could probably assume.
It really helps me poop.
Yeah, I mean, if you're backed up, try it out. But I mean, I go up to her and I'm like, I'm really embarrassed to ask, but is this the smallest size you have? And she's like, it is small.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
she's like, honey, I can fit 3 of those.
That's why I can safely assume, okay, without offense, all right? But I was just like, yeah, but it seems real big. Isn't that
Real
scary?
big.
She's like, no, you got to get past that point of pain. And I'm like, well, I'm not a fucking masochist. Like, what the? Like, I don't want to be punished. And she's like, everybody wants to be punished. And I'm just like,
I mean, she's not wrong.
you're working here on purpose. Like, you are the perfect salesperson to sell this kind of shit.
I would think that maybe you don't buy a butt plug from a novelty store like Spencer's. Like,
But
maybe,
I did.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah.
And you know what? It may not have been cocoa new, but a little bit of water-based lube and some spit.
Ew.
And some willpower.
What?
And
is
a lot of willpower on my part.
Bit.
Have you ever been tied up before, Sarah?
No, but I want to.
Okay. Have you never? You've never?
I've tied Chase up before.
He seems like you seem like you'd be the dominant.
Sometimes I get aggressive.
He seems like the submissive.
I get like real, and I just kind of like wrap my hand around his neck.
I want to strangle you,
Like
but
I kind of like not breath play him too much, but like I like just like a little squeeze, just like
I could see
just like
I
a little.
could see him getting like overwhelmed.
Like I sit there and
Don't
I like kind of
squeeze
shove
so
him
hard.
down, and I just kind of like grab his neck.
Birdie is a dirty little girl.
She is.
I'm afraid to see what other
Chase
alter
would
egos
be like,
come out.
"Yeah, right. No, she's not." But I'm like,
Well, but also you guys have been together for so long, like that's all he's ever known.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So he's probably like just so used to it. He's like, yeah, slap me around.
Because on top, man.
Well, okay, so I mean, when you are tied up and you have someone cashing in said
Okay,
experimental butt stuff coupon.
about that, how did you go about it? Because like when you do it like per se doggy style, like you on your hands and knees, it is actually more. It's worse. It's a lot tighter, so you actually want to be on your back, spread eagle, and go that way because you're more
I got
relaxed.
the full ordeal.
So how were you? You were tied up.
I was on my belly, and my hands were tied, and my feet were tied and spread,
Girl!
and without
This shit's in butt.
it was intense.
Did you love it? It's so awkward
I was
at
really
first.
scared.
But it's so awkward at first, and then you're like, I don't want to like it, and then you just end up liking it. And you're like, why do I like it so much? And
it
you get
was like that. He was
embarrassed.
like, I promise I'll be gentle. It's not going to be like previous accidental slippages.
That's what I'm saying.
You
It's a
just got to
slippage.
trust me. And I'm like, what if I don't trust you at all? Like, I
Don't clench,
want-
honey. Don't clench.
don't clench, okay? That's something they should tell everybody.
That's why you should have a little bit of drinky.
I'm
just
gonna have
to
some of the Simmons for
Just-
Justin Simmons.
just to like loosen you up, have a little drinky.
I feel like I need a little loosening up right now because
then,
it's,
like, it'll
it's
just-
giving me the sweats even thinking about it right now.
We need to turn the fan on for you.
I'm just, if I start having a little swoop down here,
She's down low and
shout at me.
intensity.
But
I do not like Diet Coke. Angel, what in the hell are you doing, man?
You don't like that Coke?
Angel's fucking up. In
But
honor
I'll
of
drink
the-
it
that
in the
was a
name of
big, big-
Angel.
That's a big.
This is a man shot.
That's the big.
Just for you, Justin.
That's for men.
Do you take shots like this?
Does he wash the cup? Or is there going to be a Jeremy on it?
I think we watched it after we did the tahine video.
The Simmons whiskey. This is whiskey, I'm assuming.
Ooh.
Sip that. It's V good. No, it was, because I feel like even men don't want to talk about this,
What
right?
is that? That is
I
like,
don't know. It just says Simmons, and I'm
like it's
knowing
fruity.
Justin, he probably had this bottle and poured his own liqueur in it.
I have no idea where it's.
That's like
part of the
fruity.
scenery.
Does that
I don't
taste
know.
fruity?
It is a fruity. I am assuming it's whiskey.
I don't know, but that's delicious. It's very fruity.
Yeah.
Just like you. Just like Angel.
Just like Angel.
Angel is very
Angel's
fruity.
very fruity. I can't wait to actually, you know what's sad? I never met him and I'm on their podcast.
Yep, it's me.
I'm like,
Yeah, because you were pregos.
I was having a baby.
You were you were squeezing a baby out your
I was
vagina.
out of my
the
vagina.
vagina.
Not my urethra, my vagina.
I still can't get over the urethra thing, man.
No, that's just
I
intense.
feel like I
shit.
need a guided video to figure out how that
No.
even works.
of having a baby.
I could probably pull that up, but I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah,
to my,
let's not.
That's
I'm
shit.
not gonna do that to my Google
You
search.
don't want that on your computer.
I understand that being in that position though, because I watch a lot of true crime podcasts, and so I feel like if you
I
were
thought you
to
were
look
gonna
up
say
my
porn.
that too, a lot of girl on girl.
I'm here for
I
it.
feel like every female watches girl on girl. It's more sensual. Anyways, we can touch on that in a second. But if you were to look up the Google history on my laptop, it would probably be like serial killers and who's this guy? Oh, he murdered 12 people. And I'm just like, oh, you know, good thing
Mine's
I'm not
Coco
under
now.
investigation. I'd probably go to jail for that alone. And I know every basic white female in Western United States can relate to that because I feel like it's a first world thing to be obsessed with true crime. But I am, and cheers. But I keep getting hung up on the butt thing because men say they don't like any fucking around with the butt, with the behind. That's a lie.
Did you know, though,
It's a
the
lie.
guy's G-spot is actually in his butt?
Yes, it's in his anus. I like that word.
I've heard
anus.
So, I mean, you don't have to, like...
Your anus.
Oh, my God. Have you guys seen... What's that show that we just watched? Shit. It's like... Oh, I think it's... Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to ask Chase. But it's like Road Trip or something. And
Did
they're
you take
like...
the rest of that shot?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
She only took
I
like
took half of it.
a baby's of it. And
It's
they're...
very fruity. It's like perfumey.
It's very fruity. And they run out of money because they took their friend's car. They're in college, and this one guy sent his like video to his friend, his
like
girlfriend, and they go to like they run out of money, so like we'll go donate some sperm. And the girl's like, "Oh, do you need help?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And they go in the room, and she like sticks her finger up his butt, and he's like,
That reminds me of freaking Stockton, right?
Let me-
Oh shit, I said his name. Oh well. It's literally
I can bleep it
no,
out.
it doesn't matter. But it's just funny because like all guys are like, no, that's gay, and no, like I'm totally not into that. And then like you're in that intimate moment, and it's just like, well, if you can stick a pinky up my bunghole, I will stick a pinky
Bunghole?
up your bunghole,
Oh,
and do it when they
my
least
God.
expect it. And it's literally like you melt a man down to his core, and it's like quiver is like, oh, don't touch me anymore. It's like you wanna debilitate a man, you stick
His
a finger up his
G-spot.
asshole.
his
Like,
G-spot.
literally. And that's how it always starts, right? I feel like rim jobs. Rim jobs. Everybody likes a decent rim job. When's the last time Brian's had a rim
I've
job?
never had a rim job.
Ever given a rim job?
Never.
Will not let Chase.
You need to get out and
my
what is the phrasing? Sow your wild oats. Soak your wild oats.
So-
your wild oats.
Yes,
Yes,
you got
so-
what you get what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're putting down.
Thank you. That's what you need to pick up. Okay, pick up whatever they putting down.
You know, you can't.
should-
I'm 41 years old. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. you know what I mean?
Absolutely
No,
not.
there's no such thing.
It's called Road Trip. You should watch it.
Never too late to broaden your horizons and experience new things, especially if you're in a long-term committed relationship or a marriage, right? There's nothing wrong with spicing things up in the bedroom, you know?
Nothing's awkward anymore.
It's fun to like reignite that passion and rediscover like what turns you on, or discover together like
Breath play.
well, it doesn't sound like your husband's always consensual to that. It sounds like you just choke him to death. So
Not to death. I just kind of just wrap my hands around his neck a little bit and just a little squeeze.
but he can breathe.
Of course he can.
It's not like
It's more like up underneath his neck, and I like lift his neck up, and then I just kind of like do like this little like, I think it's a sexy face, but he's probably just like seeing it like a double chin, crazy eyes, and I'm like kind of like just, oh my gosh, this freaking mic is in my way. Like I just kind of like lift it up a little bit and like crawl on him. It's great.
like a jungle gym.
Yeah, I do. I will ride him, and I
I think it's different for a female and a man though, because when men talk about sex, they're like, oh yeah, man, I fucked her so good last night. Like, you should have seen it, man. Like, oh yeah, it was so dirty, like whatever. And then women are like,
spanked her.
yeah, he came in 30 seconds, and if I made him come, I fucked him. So it's totally different based off of
You know,
perspective.
it's a race, and I win every time. You know what I mean? Whatever. It
I
is
think
what it
any
is.
guy wins anytime because it takes a very long time for a woman to orgasm.
Has Chase ever taken a Viagra
He doesn't need
with
to.
you? Well, I'm not. You don't always need to, but like, if you're going for a marathon episode,
He wants to. I need to take like a lady Viagra just to keep up with him.
So my significant other, he took a Viagra just for fun, not because he needs it, but like on his birthday, right? So we went out, and it was my idea. I was like, oh, for your birthday, we'll fuck all
If
night.
it stays up longer than how many hours, go see a doctor.
4. That's 4 hours.
Jeez.
Yes, that's a sign. So, we get back to my place at like 2:30 in the morning. It was already pretty early.
It's not his birthday anymore.
And that's when I was...
That's what I said. Well, it's not your
It's not your
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, I know. I should have
Dang
said that's why the coupon wasn't valid. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
should have
why it
said.
wasn't
It's
valid.
after midnight, bitch. Shred that shit.
It's not your birthday.
But things transpired, and I was just like, oh, well, let's go all night. Like, happy birthday suit. Let's go. And
Birthday
get up
suit.
to the bed about 2:30, and then I finally look at the clock, and it's like 6 a.m. And I'm literally like, get off me. I cannot take any more penis. Like, literally, like, it's closed. Where business is no more. Like, you need to go get ice, put it on your scrotum, make it, literally, like, go do what you need to do somewhere else because we are closed. And, I regretted the idea of being like, let's go all night, because I was like, oh my God, like,
You went all night.
I literally cannot keep up anymore. Like, I literally think if it was possible, my vagina would fall off my body.
And usually you're the one that's like, you don't keep up with me.
Yeah,
Let's
he
keep
calls me
going.
the machine. And you know what, ladies? If, like, your man is always coming first, but never, like, ensuring that you are also orgasming at the end, dump him. Okay? Both people need to be happy. It is what it is. Do what you need to do, even if that requires your own set of toys. They can still be present. Put on a show. Put on your little maid outfit. Make yourself feel good. I don't have a maid outfit, but lingerie is fantastic. They make lingerie with a slit in the crotch now, so you don't have to take it off.
Or like buttons.
I didn't know about the buttons, but I saw that at Victoria's Secret.
Well, I mean, what's the point of wearing it? They're just going to take it off with you in 2 seconds.
Especially when it's like $100.
Why am I going to spend all that money to like walk out of the bathroom and go, look at me, and then they're going to just like go, pfft.
Yeah, no. We're keeping that shit on. You better get creative, even if there isn't a slit there, okay?
Like it spent time and money primping for you.
Primping for you.
Primping?
No, but I mean, I just think it's just kind of funny, like how we don't openly talk about sex very often, right? It's still a very taboo thing. I mean, you and I do, obviously.
I was gonna say,
But I
poor
mean, like-
Caroline's gonna be like, Mom,
Anyone else,
I get
like if we're in the salon together and I have a good story to tell, I usually have to cap that shit before I'm like, Sarah, let me tell you about this crazy shit that happened last night. Before it's in front of my 60-year-old client. And usually most of my clients, or any clients who are there, we're all on the same frequency, but you can tell, like, if someone you're not familiar with, there's just some things that shouldn't be said, right?
yes.
This is my question. Why? So much shit is going on in the world, right? Like, why can't we be real? Bring down that wall a little bit with each other, even if we're strangers. Obviously, don't go to the cashier at the grocery store and be like, hey, I fuck so good, I bet you're moist right now, right? Yeah, don't be
my God.
doing that. You might get bitch slapped or arrested.
That was my pickup line. Damn it.
No one should
That's
say.
why Angel doesn't go to
"I
the bar
bet
with you
you're
anymore,
moist."
huh?
Guess not.
Right
But
now.
I feel like, I mean, with everything going on in the world, like, why can't we, like, normalize pleasure a little more, right?
We're getting
Or not
there.
even just, like, sex, just about sex. Why can't we talk about the things that genuinely make us feel good, openly, honestly?
I like how everyone was like, I know your secret. And I'm like, what secret? And they're like, you read erotica books. And I'm like, they ain't no secret.
Yeah, I mean, and I've asked you this so many times on the show, like, because you will go and you'll read your books at the salon waiting for...
I'm just itching my lips.
I'm like,
sorry.
what's on my face? Not cum.
Yeah, girl, if you get lashes done and your man gives you a cream pie, we know. We will know. Okay? Girlfriend, your eyelashes don't lie. Shit gets stuck.
Have you had people come in with cum in their eyelashes?
Absolutely not.
I really would pray to Jesus.
She's like, absolutely not.
All that is holy. Well, we
everything
have a
else.
good friend who, she's a master esthetician, so she does full body waxing for a living, and she makes
Could
a
you
killing doing it.
imagine?
But she has been on the podcast, our podcast, and has shared stories about, she does Brazilians, full women's Brazilians, but she also offers manzillions. So this is a full-blown, like, man on the table, and my man has been waxed, sugared by her. It's called sugaring, but, you know, we won't get into specifics there. It's just a different form of wax. It's like, anyways. As I'm
We
like,
won't get
we won't
into
get into it,
specifics.
but let me dive
we
into
won't
it.
get into it, but let me get into
It's
it.
just
Let me pull it
different-
up really fast.
A different form of
Sugaring
wax.
is
So, but my man's had his entire chest and his entire back waxed.
Not his.
And that was intense. Like, he got off her table and it was like a full, perfect imprint outline of his body and where he was laying in sweat just because it's so painful, right? Especially in certain areas. But she offers manzillions to people. And shit's gotta be taught, right? Like, you gotta pull your knees up to your chest at a certain point because she waxes the butthole and everything.
It
and
does
think
as
about-
intimate as like having a baby.
Think about those testicles.
Yes.
Yes,
I
okay?
think about them all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You have to, right?
I
They
mean,
get in
you,
the way
like,
of things.
Flick them barely, and you drop a man to their knees. Could
But you gotta,
imagine?
like, she has to, like, stretch it out, make it taut
Yes.
so she can
That
rip
sounds
it.
Terrible.
So she's your new best friend when you go in and see her.
like
We're
her
dating
face.
at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you might as well get married.
Like,
yeah, and
Name your
Might as
children
well.
that way.
she's literally had men orgasm before. From just because she's got to get up there and every
She's
crack and
basically
crevice.
fondling.
Yeah.
Like in her mind, she's like literally, she's just waxing another
We're just
ball.
slapping this over to the left, get this side,
Yeah.
slap it all over to this side, get that side.
I mean, he's getting, played with, and he's like, that feels so good. But then he's embarrassed because
And I mean, I suppose there is a fine line between pain and pleasure, but that is too much pain for me to
Yeah.
it really
no.
wasn't that bad. I got mine done, and I was like,
You got the hoo-ha wax?
oh yeah, like
Yeah.
right before I
We
had a
both
baby.
did. We did it together, and it was like,
I was
Is this on
seven.
Is this on Patreon or?
no, it should have
You have
been.
to pay extra.
Yes.
No, but I mean, I that was painful for me. You went through it like a champ, and
Dude,
I was like,
freaking like 7 months pregnant. I can't bend that. Like I could not get my legs up like that. I had a freaking belly out to here, right? And she's like, here is you ready for like the valley of death? I'm like, go
no, it's
for
called
it.
the horseshoe of death.
Horseshoe
okay,
of
so
death.
every female who listens to this, and Angel was making me laugh before we recorded because he's like, I dig so much that you and Sarah listen to our show because we're men, right? We talk about sports sometimes. We
Right.
talk about manly things. I'm like, I don't think it's as manly as you portray it to be, but
You can
like,
try.
there are females that listen to your show.
Honey
and
bunch.
watch now, there are going to be a ton of females listening
Yes.
to this show because every female knows, all right? You have the little, I'm going to get graphic because there's so much room here. We don't have a table here. I could do a jig if I wanted to on camera right now.
Oh,
we
geez.
need this, Sarah.
We're getting
we need
it.
this-
Let's get it.
Full frontal view.
Let's get it.
Because, so right above the clit is called the horseshoe of death.
Little
Literally.
patch of happiness.
And they call it that because the hair is so deep down to the root, the hair follicle, that when they wax it, it's the most painful part.
Sounds terrible.
It is. And it's not just like here on your vulva, it's like in down by all the crevices and cracks and stuff like we were saying. So
she's very professional, I must say.
she is. And some people have asked her, is like, how are you able to look at dicks, buttholes, and vaginas all day? And she's
They
like,
literally all just like wrap into one.
yeah, it's kind of like a
How does a gynecologist do it?
exactly. That's what she said. She's like, you see so many throughout the day that it's like you become desensitized to it.
I feel like at first you'd be like, ooh, another one. Like,
or
and then,
that's
like,
an
kinda,
ugly,
you know,
hairy pussy right there.
Like, kind of like you're awkward with it, like you're touching someone else's, like you're like spreading her lips, and you're like
what do
getting
you
in
do
there.
if it gets like? Because I didn't. I've never
gloves.
asked her about like if a female has ever gotten aroused. Because I mean, a man obviously that's hard to hide.
I mean, guys get aroused. You look at it and they're like, hard.
well, and two, like she's offering bleaching buttholes services now too. I would think that would burn, but I don't know a lot about the service.
So why you go get it done?
I don't know because it sounds terrifying.
Well, I want to get another wax done.
Yeah, well, would you bleach your butthole?
No, I want to get it waxed. Oh,
Yeah, would you
Okay.
bleach your asshole?
no one really sees it but Chase, so I'm good.
Well, I guess you can't start that OnlyFans thing.
He won't let me. I'm trying.
With the feet.
With
the feet.
I mean, have you seen my ugly ass toes?
I didn't know why men and women even got the butthole bleached at first, but it's like for porn, right? When you watch porn, they have
No one wants
pristine
a-
assholes.
No
it's,
one wants
it's
a
bright
dark.
pink.
They want a nice butt to look at.
But natural lived-in assholes. That sounds bad. Natural lived-in
lived-in.
assholes are not pink like that. Okay, they get stained from the poo poo. Because what comes out of there?
Oh my god.
What comes out of there?
The poo-poo.
Nothing else except for shit.
It
Okay.
and it doesn't see any ounce of sunshine either. At least when you go tanning, your vagina gets some light. Your butt cheeks are like squeeze it in there, like don't look up, but like you're like spreading. You're like this, like your vagina gets some light, but your butt cheeks literally are like your butthole is like right here in my thumb, and it's like your butt cheeks are like this. So
Thank
it's
you
like
for
where's
the
your butthole
visual.
at? It's right here,
Does it
right?
poke out like that?
Yeah,
Do you have
it
a
does.
hemorrhoid? Mm-hmm. Like what is happening? Why is it poking out from the cheeks? No, yeah, so shout outs to our friend Bethany.
You know
She's
what?
a real trooper.
I have a lot more respect for women that get. I had never thought about how painful getting a Brazilian wax down there would be.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
I've never thought about it. Not that I didn't think it would be painful. I just
I
never
was
thought about it.
terrified. I am like the worst person with pain. I'm like a pinch. I'm like, I'm
when
gonna
men
die.
when men sit here, because I've heard Angel and Justin literally be like, oh yeah, like, you know, women can be a little crazy. I'm like, let me tell you why we're crazy, okay? Because we take looking good and beauty to a whole new level of pain and misery to make it so, right?
get Botox.
And half the time, right? Say you get your entire face waxed, or you're Brazilian done, or your hair is nice and done, or your lashes, whatever it may be, and you go home and you're feeling yourself, and you're like, girl, yeah, I look good, I'm fire. And you go home and you're just kind of sitting there, and you're batting your eyes, and you're just like waiting for your man to be like, oh my god, I notice.
They never notice.
They don't notice shit. So it's like, why do we put ourselves through so much pain, and it always costs an extensive amount?
They ain't noticing. The only reason they'll notice is like if your hair is down to your ass and then they cut it up to your chin. They're like, "Did you get your hair colored?"
So you know what I've started?
Be like, "Yeah, bitch.
I keep the bar set low.
Why do you think I look the way I do, all the time?"
Well, you're looking pretty fucking fire right now, Birdie. But
Thanks, Sheila.
Thank you. Sheila's pretty nice. But Sheila don't shave either. All right. The hippie runs strong. And let me tell you, you set that bar pretty low. You know, you just get to be yourself. And oh, no. Yeah, I know you have something to say about it. But it's like, okay.
I'm shitting.
When people have said in the past, like, oh, you don't shave. Like, obviously, I shave my armpits, not all the time. But I have super sensitive skin, right? I have tried absolutely everything. I've tried waxing, sugaring, laser hair removal, plucking. And I don't know what's wrong with my hair, but when it grows back, I get horrible ingrowns, and it's not worth it.
No.
It's like, yeah, I want to look like a nice little sexy snack to you, friend, but I'd rather also have my peace and comfortability and be able to wear underwear, not worry about razor burn or ingrown hairs, because whenever I shave, it's just like not worth it.
Nope.
It's good for 2 days and you feel all silky smooth, and then it's like
Not even.
a fucking wildfire sets off in your pants and you're like, I can't even, why is everything so tight?
I'm good for like in the shower. Like I'll like get like the bikini area. I'm like, oh yeah, get out. I'm freaking bumps and red and irritation.
Yeah.
Remember
and
that
I've tried
thing
oils,
I talked about?
And I've tried aftershave spray,
Deodorant.
Yeah, I've tried everything, and at this point, I'm just like, sorry, lover, we're just gonna have a hairy cat, and you're gonna have to be okay with that, because otherwise, you're not getting it.
Last time I shaved was 7 months ago.
More power to you. Like I said, we
It
talk all
hurts.
things taboo on over at Hard Talks. We're gonna talk about not fucking shaving. You want to know why shaving became popular in the first place? Here, have a little history lesson. I'll drink to it.
You'll drink to it.
Yes. Okay. So during World War II, a lot of men, went to war. Most of the workforce, right? Oops, sorry. Oh, I should tell them about how I sliced my finger open, huh?
Sure.
I'll do that in a minute. But when we went to World War II, that's when women went to work, right? Rosie, the Riveter, you can do it or whatever. You know who I'm talking about, right?
This, but
Yes. Yeah, she does this, not this. She should be doing this, like, hey, what's up, stud?
Anyways.
I'm fucking better than you. But all the women went into the workforce, and shaving companies were losing all this business. All the men are gone. They don't have anyone to buy up their razors. And so they're like, well, shit, how can we make more money? How can we sell razors to the population that's present right now? And so they started making all these mock-ups and billboards of pinup girls. Beautiful, clean shaven, well put together, makeup, pristine women. And it became a very taboo thing not to be natural, to shave. Yes, to shave. It was like, oh, to be feminine and to be beautiful, you have to be clean shaven. And of course, women are like, oh, well, I guess I have to, fall into societal norms, or fall into what society expects of us. So the razor companies literally made that standard, so women have to shave just to make a profit off of us.
Assholes.
So I will negate any man who's like, oh, any woman that has a hairy beaver is disgusting. And I'm like, well, have you
Because
seen
you shave bald.
I mean, like, when's the last time you shaved your asshole? Okay, I bet you're a hairy motherfucker down there. Just
Leave it
saying.
alone.
There you go.
See?
Yes, you can do it. Don't shave.
Don't shave.
Every man
I like
listening
that.
to
You
this
can
right
do
now
it.
is
Don't
like, fuck
shave.
you, Alicia. What are you doing right now? Probably Angel and Justin included, when they hear this back, they're going to be like, no, that is not the message we're trying to get out. And I'm like, but it is. It is a pain in the ass. I mean, my boyfriend, he's a hairy motherfucker. There's a running joke between us. I'm like, oh, you're my Jewish accountant. not to sound racist at all or whatever, like that's not what it's about. But
Smart.
Jewish people are inherently very hairy, and this cat, when he takes off his shirt, it literally looks like he has a black sweater on. Yes.
I mean,
From the like shirt line down, and when I say down, I mean like down to his toes. Okay.
I think hairy men are sexy.
I think hairy men are sexy too, and so I'm always like, live it
I don't
up,
want a
like
little boy.
don't, because he'll shave his whole chest and his belly, and now he's got this wicked mustache and goatee thing that he's trying out, and I'm
Does he
just
at least
like,
leave like a
whatever.
happy trail for you?
No,
At least leave the happy trail.
no. See, and women need a little bit of something to grab onto, right? I want to grab onto you. If it's not your neck or your balls, it's something else, right? So he shaves it all off, and I'm just like, you don't need to do that. Like,
we like.
I like having something to twirl around. And he's like, but it makes me stink. Like, I feel like I stink
me
more
stink.
with hair. So I feel like I should. I'm like, okay, well, like maybe trim it down like
trim
once a month.
Yeah.
But like not every day.
Chase has like a small patch.
It's like, if I'm going
And I like to
to
run my
be free
hands through it.
spirited and wild, so can you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about that.
I can tell. Finish your shot.
Thank you. Continue on, Sarah.
I don't even know what to add to that.
Well, I'll say I like girls with a little bit of hair down there.
No one likes a bald baby.
I don't like
No one wants a 12-year-old.
a furless cat.
what I was going to say.
I don't like a furless cat.
No.
Those things.
And obviously, I'm not saying like just let your freaky, well, I am like, let your freakiest flag
I don't want to
fly.
be able to braid it. or
Right,
anything
exactly.
that.
Like, we don't want a cornrow down there.
I'm almost to that point.
I'm pretty sure we could cornrow yours. At
Oh,
this
I'm
point.
pretty sure we
Yeah.
could too.
Ladyscape, just like manscaping.
Yes.
Keep it nice.
Keep the lawn trim.
Like
have
a beard
7 month,
grooming.
okay, I
you
can't-
want to define that
you know-
jawline with
you know
a nice
Angel,
beard.
Every Friday he does the man grooming stuff. He
Yeah.
said it on the podcast many
Yeah.
times. Every Friday he manscapes himself to.
I mean, I would too if I had.
I don't know exactly what all that means.
I
for
think
him,
you might,
but
though.
for him,
You're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah, he's just gonna, one day you're gonna wake up, you're gonna roll over, and he's gonna be there standing naked by the side of your
Right.
bed.
Be like, did I miss a spot? And he's going to like spread his butt cheeks and you'd be like,
and you know what? I'm the kind of friend that would go, yes, you did. And
You overdid it.
you went too far, brother.
you cut it a little too short.
You rolling over and then being like, when did I have mushrooms in my bed? Ew.
That's disgusting.
You're welcome. I know he's like, oh, that's just good. But you visualized it. You're welcome.
It might happen.
Yeah, so there is like overkill on the ladyscaping and manscaping, but
I have a 7-month-old who's starting to crawl.
don't be afraid to be hairy, guys. It's natural. It's like obscuring a fart in front of someone you're dating for the first, what,
It's completely
month,
natural.
2 months, 3 months?
You keep that shit in, it's going to come out 10 times worse.
That's so funny.
Fuck that.
Because that fart thing, that will ring so true with the two of those guys.
Yeah, but it's
holding a fart and blowing out your liver or kidney.
yeah, literally. But you know
Honestly.
what? It's just like, it's a natural human thing. So it's just like, if you got to do it with pride. Like,
you-
own that shit and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, that totally came out. But like, woo! Like, if I didn't let it go, I would have imploded. You're welcome. Like,
But like, I think too, like a lot of married couples are like, I had a baby with them and I still don't shit in front of them.
You don't
that
shit
is
in front of your
wild.
husband?
Oh,
me.
me and Chase?
Yeah.
Oh.
no, she's saying
We've been doing that
some
since like
people
before we were married.
are that like, what is even the word for it?
Like, they'll be married for years and they're like, oh yeah, I still go in like a whole different bathroom or like I'll go somewhere else. I'm like, I'm lucky enough to shit by myself.
Right.
Or you've told me stories about how Chase has come in and you're on the shitter and he's like, I'm gonna pee my pants, I gotta go, and you're like, okay, just go in between my legs.
We had a one.
That is love right there.
I don't know about all that.
We had a one bathroom apartment, and he's like, I gotta pee, and I'm like, pee, go for it. Like, why would I care? I'm like, don't miss.
I can't do it. My ex would always come in while I was in the shower and shit, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's
see, that's different.
She's like, nothing. I go, you're taking a shit, aren't you?
No, that's her taking her passive aggressive bullshit out on you because she knows you're going to be in the shower for a while, right? So she's like, I've been holding on to this massive stanky shit for hours. I know Brian's in the shower right now. I've been angry over something small. I'm going to go do it.
No, she just liked to do that shit. Just like, because it never stunk, but it was just like, I think she knew that it bothered me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we're not married, okay? You don't give shit in front of me until we're married.
See, I was with my ex-husband for 5 years before we got married, and there were no boundaries, kind of like you and Chase. And I feel like you literally have to have those very natural human, like, even if you are dating someone for years, okay, say you're casually dating someone, but you're in a committed relationship for like 3-4 years, but you don't live together. Until you move in and you are living in the same residence with that person, you don't truly know somebody, right? Because it's easy to put that cap on and take it off, right? It's like, okay, I'm on my best behavior now. I'm going to go home. I'm going to unbutton my pants because my belly has been bulging over them.
Mine are unbuttoned right now.
And the funniest thing to me is because I've been dating my boyfriend for just over a year now, is he was always like, you never fart. Girls don't fart. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I fart just like anybody else.
But deadly.
Yeah, but it's just like, I just don't think that I've ever really desperately needed to fart in front of you. It's not that I have been holding it in.
You're not going to sit there and go,
yeah, it's just that you're never around me in my own safe space or environment long enough to see the ugly, dirty sides of me. Now that we've hit our year mark, and he's over more and more, I'm like,
you're letting your farts free?
Well, I always have. It's not been it's not even, but mine are silent compared to his, where it like literally creates the fault line in fucking Utah. You know what I mean?
The walls.
Yeah, I'm literally like, did you burn a hole in my sheets? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you blow ass towards me? Point your butt the other way at the very least.
I have to question if it's Chase or Caroline at this point. Like, damn, girl.
You're like, you came from the same person.
I think
you guys have the same.
I think she stress farts though.
Brand of fart. What do you mean? She's 7 months old?
It's sad.
She's 7 months old now.
7. She's almost 8.
Yeah, so this is Sarah's daughter.
My 7-month-old baby. I think she stress farts. Because if she gets stressed out, she starts farting.
But I mean, it's funny that children are so intuitive. They can pick up on different feelings and they're very empathetic, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're stressed out and you pick up a baby, it's like automatic, you're spreading that stress onto them, right?
Oh yeah, she starts crying.
Have you ever stress farted?
No. I don't think so.
Have you ever sharted?
Yes.
No.
You ever shit yourself?
Oh yeah.
Shit myself.
I don't ever shart, like it just comes out. Like I clench so hard, it's kind of like me.
I got really bad food poisoning a couple years ago. And it was like one of those things where I'm driving home and I'm like sweating bullets. And it's like, I can make it home. We're good.
No, you can't.
I can make it home. And this was in front of a guy too. And it was like, I'll make it. It's fine. We're holding it in. We're good. And we were stuck behind a train, one of those long freight trains for God knows. It felt like 35 minutes. It was probably 5. But literally I was like clenching the steering wheel so hard. I was like white knuckling it, and my palms are sweaty. I got vomit on my sweater, mom's spaghetti, and shit's just like, fuck, I'm gonna shit my pants, and I don't want to say anything because this guy is like having his whole
He's
whole
just like
conversation.
in his own world, being
We're-
great. You're
and-
like, don't shit,
But
don't shit, don't
it was like we're talking about philosophy and religion and belief systems, and I'm literally just like, yeah, cool. Oh, that's awesome.
You're
because I can't really
gurgling.
hear what he's saying. I'm just worried about the shit that is.
Your butt is so clenched. You're like, nothing's
It
passing
couldn't
that.
have been clenched any tighter because I might have pinched a hole in my seat. It literally was like, yep. And finally, it was like maybe like 2 blocks away from my house, and we hit another red light. And I was like, I am so sorry right now, but I really need to pull off to this gas station. And he's like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, are you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just really
Mid
gotta-
conversation talking about, do you believe in God? It's like, yeah, God is going to make me shit my pants. And like, if I pray to him, he's probably laughing up in heaven being like, bitch, don't involve me in your petty drama. Just go shit yourself. Cause that's hilarious, right?
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. And so I'm like, no, I'm fine. I really have to pee. That if a girl is ever like, oh, I'm going to pee my pants. Oh, we got to go. Like, I'm just going to pee my pants. No, odds are she has to shit. Okay, but she's just too polite to be like, yeah, I gotta go take a massive dump. Let me break a really let me blow your mind for a second to all you men. Women are men, just with different body parts. We are almost more crass
And
than said
disgusting.
men. Yes. And it's just kind of funny because like when men tune into our show, they're like, damn, you guys really have no boundaries. You talk about it all. I'm like, yeah, don't you know that I'm a man in a woman's body? You know, like 100 years ago, if I published a book, it would have been under a man's name just because I needed a man's name to be able to publish said book. But yeah, there's behind every great man, there's an even greater woman. Don't forget that. You're welcome.
Pegging him.
You're welcome. But yeah, no, I
the butt
literally
Yes.
run into this gas station, and I was in such a hurry, like I didn't bother like checking out to see if it was even open because most gas stations are open late. It was like 1:30 in the morning. No, this gas station was not open. The lights were off, and I literally was like, I cannot get back into this vehicular device with said male because this relationship will be over before it is even started.
I'm just gonna run the rest of the way home. I need to get my
You're
workout.
like, I'll be fine. I'll come back for you.
I had to eat my pride a little bit. I did have to get back into this car. I drove home, but by the time that we got there, you know, I'm tuning him out by blaring the stereo a little bit because I'm pit-putting my way through each light, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, we get there, and he's like, oh, do you want me to come in? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm really tired. It's been a really good
He was trying to
night.
get some, too.
Yeah, you don't want any of this ass.
All this just drop you off you a car.
No part of this.
You don't want any part of this because the part of this is the problem, if you know what I'm saying. You don't spread that. Like, just leave it be. And he did leave, so I didn't have to explain my scenario, but I got inside and I did make it to a toilet. But real extreme skid marks. And
Those
you know what? If
underwears
you've
went
never
under
heard a
Explosive
female
diarrhea?
talk about skid marks, you did today. You're welcome because that shit is real, okay?
My prairie dog all the time. I'm like, it's prairie dogging, babe. He's like, what? I'm like, I gotta go. It is like
turtle head
prairie.
poking.
Yeah, it prairie dogs in and out, in and out, in and out.
But at a certain level, let me put on, what should we name her? Let's name her, I'll be a Portia.
I like it.
I think this one was my favorite. So,
Didn't even hear her.
Change of subject a little bit, but
Kinda. Hold on one sec. There you go.
an extreme one. Change of subject here. But Sarah and I are both licensed cosmetologists, and
That really washes you out.
doesn't it? This is why I can never be blonde again. But I think this one is my favorite because it's so extreme as to, like, I've never had white hair.
I don't think anyone's ever had a white
So-
hair unless you're an old lady.
I have the Barbara Bush hair right now.
Yes. Is it Barbara Bush?
Yeah, she was the one with the white hair.
Oh,
At least the
really?
old lady that I always remember.
Is this the cut that
No,
she had
didn't
too?
have the cut.
I really like the bangs. I feathered the bangs. Do they look ridiculous right now?
I'm here for it. Looks great.
I think you're lying to me. Well, you look like fucking.
Do we need to get Birdie a new?
Think
Yeah,
Birdie needs a new
yeah. Do
one.
this one, Sarah. I cut the shit out of these bangs. These bangs are
I'm
awesome,
excited.
and they're textured and they're wonderful. And okay, so anyways, so Sarah and I are both licensed cosmetologists. Fun fact, I was her boss. I hired you. Wait, okay, come here.
No. Candace hired me.
Oh, you had your interview with Candace, huh?
I did.
And later on, she's like, "What do you think of that Sarah Redford girl?" I'm like, "She's cute." Yes, that goes on that side.
And then like a month later, like 2 or months later, you became
I became just her best friend. That's all.
a raging bitch.
A raging bitch.
AKA your best friend.
Yeah, I'm your
AKA
best
my
friend.
Best friend.
My best
So
friend.
My best friend.
me and Sarah met at a Supercuts, which is funny. Both licensed cosmetologists. Sarah doesn't really cut as much hair anymore. She specializes in eyelash extensions, etc. But
Etc.
yeah, I worked for the Air Force for a couple of years, and then I came back, and I was like, I really want to pursue something in my what I'm licensed for. You know what I mean? And so went back, started working in a salon, and I also got a part-time job at a beauty supply store. And so today there was like a 3.5 hour lull between customers. Excuse me, that Simmons whiskey, and
Gave you the burps.
a little
The
bit
Diet Coke, man. That
It's
shit
it's
is
the Diet Coke.
the Diet Coke.
It's the
not
soda.
good angel.
I like the pink on you better.
Like the pink.
I like the pink. But I'm
Very bright and
I'm
fun.
at my other job, and it's real slow, and so I brought all these wigs in because I'm like, Sarah, it'd be real funny to talk about all of our different alter egos on tonight's episode. Well, maybe I should have a British accent with this.
Go for it. I can't.
I feel a little bit outrageous right now.
Babes, you look outrageous.
And I apologize to anyone
that
who
back,
actually has an
babes?
English accent who's listening to this and is like, my God, girl, you are absolutely ridiculous. I am.
Ridiculous.
But I'm cutting all these wigs up, right? And they are cheap, just the cheapest wigs out there,
You
okay?
can, like,
Look at this.
See yourself. I'm
Yes,
shedding.
I'm shedding. Okay, so
Mine are like
terrible
little pieces.
quality. And they've been in a box in my storage room for 2 years. And I found them last night, and I'm like, oh, we're going to make this good. We're going to
They
feel good
probably
about
have
this.
lice now. That's nice.
Why would a box give them lice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's not real hair either.
Yeah, it's synthetic. Sarah, there's no skin either. So whatever. But I'm cutting them, feeling good about it, and I'm just using like this shitty pair of shears at my other job, so they aren't my own. And I'm going to town on this pink wig that Sarah has on right now, and it looks pretty fabulous, I must say. But I go to wipe off the blade, and I didn't realize that a part of the scissors was missing. It's like a block in the middle of your finger pieces. And so when you close it all the way, the actual blades kind of cross like this. So the sharp ends were out still. And I go to wipe off the blade, and it was like literally like I was like, oh,
flap of skin.
that's not bad. And then like
25 minutes goes by and my finger is still bleeding like crazy. And my coworker's like, dude, you might want to super glue that one. That looks bad. Like, that's deep. And I send a video to Sarah and I'm like, all in the name of good hair and podcasting, bitch. Like, what
And
the
I was like,
fuck?
oh, shit.
And she's like, I pick her up and she's like, oh, it didn't look that bad. And I'm like, you should see it.
Because, like, in the picture, it like a little thing of blood. So I think it was just, like, covering your
Oh no.
slit.
So like I take off the Band-Aid, right? And well, and this is before, but I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, that's deep as shit, man. Like
I can see the bone.
no wonder it's still bleeding. And yeah, my coworker is just like, dude, you really should like super glue that or something. Like figure that
Maybe
out.
you need to go get some stitches.
But no, I was
get
just like,
one.
that's for tomorrow. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, what if you keep bleeding? And I'm like, it's a fucking finger. Like, it's not going to bleed all night. And she's like, but what if it doesn't stop? Like, that's not unheard of. And I'm like, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
It'll make for great podcasting.
Yeah, I
mean,
got
it's fine.
shit to do. So yeah, that wig has a little bit of my blood on it.
Sexy.
Yeah, I don't have HIV or anything, but
That's good to know. It's already dried up.
just the herpes. No, just kidding.
herpes.
That shit's for life. I definitely don't have that.
Oh, she's gonna have another shot. Woo.
Here you go, Sarah.
Nope. I got a baby to feed.
Oh yeah. Oh, as I break their glass table. So Sarah, before we wrap it up, what are we at here?
We're at 1:20, hour 20.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a fast hour and 20. I apologize. Well, okay. So, one of their favorite questions to ask at the very end of every episode is, what is your girl crush?
What is my
It could
girl
be
crush?
someone you know. It could be a celebrity.
Most of the time, it's a celebrity. So what's your celebrity woman? We usually ask the guys what their man crush is.
Yes.
You know, because that's a little. But
woman.
So since you're Angel, give us your man crush first and then your female
I can
crush.
tell you what Angel's man crush is because I've heard it.
Yeah, let's
enough
compare.
What? Who's his angel?
times.
I'm trying to
got you.
think.
Hold
I
on
have
one
a
second.
lot of man crushes.
What would you think Angel's man crush is?
Jason Momoa.
No.
Ooh, that's a good one.
My man crush.
Man crush is probably someone who looks just like Justin. So
Maybe it is Justin.
it is. It
No.
probably
I
is.
could see it being Justin.
You know that they're probably best butt buddies on the side. You're welcome,
That
you guys.
is-
Brad,
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt is
Oh.
Angel's man
Young
crush.
Brad Pitt or old Brad Pitt or Brad Pitt in
All
general.
Brad Pitts, I think.
You know
know-
who my female girl crush is? I really have to pee. I'm sorry, I'm jumping.
Yeah, go pee.
Um,
Come back.
okay, I'll pee. It's like 2 seconds.
So my man crush would have to be Zac Efron.
Tell them why.
Because, nope. Yeah, back up. Yep. There you go. Nope. Back up. There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. No, okay.
We know Zac Efron.
Because Zac Efron, literally, from the time I was like 12 of High School Musical, he was hot.
Okay.
13-year-old self, he was smoking hot. Manly Zach is hot. Like, he literally knew all of the, like, criteria he needed to be sexy.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like,
got you.
he had the Justin Bieber look when it was cool. I mean, look at, like, that top left. Yep, that one.
This one.
Like, look at that. He is just sick. And then go down, over, that one. Look at that scruff of a man.
Here's 30
Good
years.
Lord. He
All right.
is one sexy man.
So, who is your woman crush?
Trying to think my woman crush. Who's your woman crush? I have to think about that.
I have mine right now.
That was really fast.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of who my woman
I've
crush would be.
practiced. Every woman should be able to pee outside as well. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Honestly.
If you can't crouch and pee, work on it.
What's your woman crush there?
I am in love with Zoe Deschanel
Yes, love Zoe.
from New Girl. I even got bangs. Okay, so but let me add to this too, because as a female, as a mostly straight female, some women I come across, I'm like, man, I'm really attracted to you. Is it because I'm attracted to you, or is it because like you inspire me? Like I really look up to you. I can't. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish between the two. So Zoe Deschanel.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let's get her up here for all the viewers.
I had my awkward bang phase because look at that second picture. Oh my God, she's even in lingerie. Hey girl.
I think that's photoshopped.
I don't care. Who cares? She looks fantastic, even if that's not her body.
Well, I'm sure she's that skinny, but that photo looks photoshopped. Like the hair just looks off.
And then I have another one for you.
Okay.
Ruby Rose, forever.
Oh, love Ruby.
See, she's got that
Rose.
chiseled jawline. She's feminine, but she's still masculine enough where it's like, no, there is no questioning. I actually am attracted to you. You know what I mean? Especially
yes.
that first one. I love her tattoos. Like she's still got that, you know, like there was a time there where I did question my sexuality and I was like, you know, I really could be down for females.
She is a beautiful
And there have
human.
been several females who have crossed my path throughout my life where I'm like, my God, you are beautiful. I would like to be with you or whatever. You know what I mean?
With her short hair.
Yes. She looks
She
good.
looks damn good.
Yeah.
Yep.
The same haircut.
Right now, yeah. Don't we? Hey, girl. Slide into my DMs.
I think I have to go with Ruby Rose too
Ruby
because
Rose,
she's
too?
a beautiful human being.
Who is that TikTok girl that I sent you?
I don't know, but she was beautiful too.
Guys.
Can we look her up?
Talking about if you can look in your texts or your messages wherever I sent it. Yeah, wherever I sent it to you. Or I might be able to look it up in my TikTok even. But I'm just scrolling through TikTok, you know, and this gorgeous.
Rachel Hunter.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
How do you spell it? Spell it for him.
So
Rachel?
yeah, so RACHELHUNTA on TikTok.
What is it?
Hunta
HU.
NTA.
Sarah.
Chase is probably like, where the flock are you?
Well, you know, we're here. We're finishing.
My baby does not go to sleep without the boob.
And she doesn't take a bottle.
And she does not take a battle.
Yes. Okay, watch one of these TikToks. My God. Sure, do that one. Let's see if she...
To be like, oh my God, you're so pretty. I love your style. That sweater's so cute. Rip it off of me then. Rip it.
Nope, this isn't it. So she does these
Rip it from my
TikToks
body.
where she's like in her more male clothes. Not that sounded weird. But like she looks more masculine at the beginning of these videos. She's dressed more like a man. And then at the end of it, she'll like be totally decked out in her makeup in some sexy outfits. Wait, go back to most of these videos. I'm in love with this girl. Yes.
This one?
Yeah, sure. Whoop, yep, she did it.
Let's go back one. Okay. Do this one. There you go.
Yes.
So just like this.
Yes, and then it's like, oh my God, you're a fucking bombshell. This girl found me at 2 a.m. scrolling, and I literally sent 5 videos to Sarah, and I'm like, why am I so confused right now?
She's a Gemini.
Rachel Hunter. I'm attracted to a lot of Geminis. I've never thought about that, but definitely.
You are a Taurus.
Male crush, I would probably have to say, oh, that one's hard because there's so many attractive
Zac Efron.
males out there. And you
really
kind of
is.
pegged it on the head with the Zac Efron because you've been in love with him since you were like
13.
prepubescent. Yeah. So
And who doesn't love a Hemsworth brother?
that's hard. I don't know. Women are easier for me.
Yeah.
I even like
easier to come up with a woman crush than it is a man crush.
I even
huh?
like Miley
you-
Cyrus.
You just love you some men's or
I do. I love. See,
hard to just pinpoint
See, I
one.
wouldn't. This is something that I've had to discover in my own sexuality. Right? Is like I used to be like, no, I'm totally straight, totally straightforward. Right? And now there have been times where I'm like, no, I feel like I'm a little more gender.
Fluid.
I feel like I'm a little bisexual because I don't feel like it has anything to do with the gender. It's all about the personality, right? And so it's like I'm very much attracted to confident, sexy, well-to-do people who are just genuinely and authentically themselves. And I don't think male or female has anything to do with it. I'll go with Angels. I think Brad Pitt is a classic.
He's a classic.
Classic. I
a
really,
classic.
if we're getting into like older, like distinguished, wise-looking men, I would say that someone who I think is underrated.
Scott Eastwood.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Have you seen him lately? He's sexy.
I think George Clooney is a sexy old man.
George Clooney is, yes.
And Matt Damon.
Yes.
Like the whole Ocean's cast.
Yes. Love Ocean's
I
11.
love you some Ocean's 11, huh?
I do, except for Julia Roberts. We could do away with her.
I still like Julia Roberts.
Little.
Yes, I think like
Oh, George
that
Clooney.
first picture.
Nope. Over that one.
This one?
Oh no, Sarah.
Or even like
Sarah.
down.
It's okay.
That one.
Scrap it. I got my one. My male crush for all ages is forever Gerard Butler.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Love Gerard Butler.
Yes. He could scream at me like my old boss Frank in the Air Force. I mean, he isn't Irish or anything. He didn't have an Irish accent, but
I think that's what makes it all.
I'm a hoe that like gets wet for accents. Yes, motherfucker, that guy.
him.
I am Sparta. Yes, this man right here.
There you go.
Fucking fire. But I mean, it's just like it doesn't even matter what you look like. It's some. Oh, you know what?
about
Ryan
Reynolds?
Reynolds is beautiful.
What ab-
Ryan Gosling is beautiful. Oh hell yeah.
No, what about
There you They get you moist.
Thank
over
you.
there.
We already are. We
I
have
had
been.
someone else and he has like really blue eyes.
I don't know.
You said Ryan Gosling, but it wasn't Ryan Gosling. Who was it? Shit, and
I just think of The Notebook every time I think of Ryan Gosling.
yes.
But okay, so also sorry, we're trailing
Yeah, now-
on
now
here.
You're trending into all your men crushes.
Yeah, we're trailing
trying
on
to-
here. We'll end it with this, but you know, since most recent events on gossip media is how Will Smith slapped the motherfucking bitch out of Chris Rock on the awards show, right? By the way, I think Chris Rock played that off so well because he's literally like, I just got slapped the shit out of by Will Smith, right?
Oh, you hear his ticket sales for his comedy thing has gone from like $45 a ticket to like $300.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, he's like sold out
He's
now.
he's gonna make so much money off of
The
getting
big
slapped on
question
TV.
here is if it was a publicity stunt or not, right? What are your thoughts on that?
I know wrestling and I know a work slap, which is what they call it, where it's fake.
Do you think it was
No,
fake?
that was not.
No,
that was
I
not-
don't think it
everyone
was
said
either.
The way he reacted to it was too genuine.
Yeah, so I don't think it was
And
planned.
that the Oscars
but
wouldn't let that happen.
even if it wasn't planned, those bitches, you know, they're going to be hugging behind scenes in a matter of months. I guarantee it.
They have the American Music Award. I wouldn't doubt if they don't come out.
Yeah,
on there and
no,
be like,
I
"We
guarantee
love each other."
they're going to make nice with each other. I mean,
Women.
Will Smith already made a written public statement apologizing
And
to Chris Rock.
has said the same.
While
He said he saw-
Jada is just kind of over there fanning her victim card, right? Like, oh, I'm all for change, but she doesn't really say anything about that. Don't come for me. This is just me observing. But it's just kind of funny, right? Because it's like, if we can't joke, I really, obviously, you need to joke in comedy with some tact, right? You can't go up there and be like, oh, you're bald as shit. Fuck you. You know, you know. But the way he delivered it, I don't think it was totally.
It was a terrible joke. I mean,
It was, but I don't think he was being.
He got the shit slapped out of him for a dumb. It was a dumb joke.
Right. I don't
Wasn't
think
even
it was
funny.
obscene. He wasn't up there like being ridiculous. And it's like, if we can't joke about even this shit, like, what are we going to be able to joke about?
There has to be something else going on.
Right. And
In
so
that situation.
it's just kind of funny. Like, I don't know why I brought that up. I can't remember now, but.
We were talking about you were going to give us another man crush, and I'm assuming one of them was going to be Will Smith or Chris Rock. Or something.
It was Will Smith, but I mean, I love Chris Rock, and my dad. I grew up with
the shit out of Chris
I grew
Rock.
up with
I love
stand-up
Chris Rock.
comedy, and so it's just kind of like, even 10 years ago, going and listening to like George Carlin, or even fucking Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? And Joe Rogan has had to make a public statement recently, like apologizing for shit that's 12, 15 years old. And it's just like at a point where it's like, we live in an age where we're overly offended by everything. But if we can't joke and laugh about our own shit, then, I mean, I feel like we don't even have the right to be laughing at all. You know what I mean?
Comedy's gonna like go to shit.
I think you both can. I think they both can be wrong.
Yeah.
I think there's a world where maybe, they're sensitive to her alopecia, and that probably being something he maybe shouldn't have said.
Right.
But Will Smith overreacted. That's
Absolutely.
fucking ridiculous.
And now everybody's siding with Will Smith.
Well, not me.
Not me
And I
either.
love Will Smith.
I
the
love
Fresh
them
Prince of Bel-Air.
both. I love them both, but it's like, you even go back, like, what is that?
what was-
When they remade The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Chris Rock is making scripted jokes where, it's like, oh shit, man, like, if you said that even now, you couldn't get away with it. As a successful black man, you can't even get away with saying that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of funny. I had a point to all that, but I don't remember.
Anyways.
And that's okay. But yeah, those are my crushes. Your crushes.
Yep.
Well,
All that being said.
we thank you guys
Thank you.
for coming.
It's been
Or
fun.
I thank you because I'm the only one that got to hang out with you guys.
Well, it
It
was
was- it
fun.
was
How lucky am I?
If you want to follow the other side of the Beehive, you can do so on Instagram at the other side of the Beehive.
Yeah.
You can go follow Angel and Justin personally, but yeah, they're kind of like wet blankets
whatever.
sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
Ainge Severas and yeah. Well, we'll
Jay
I'll
Simmons or whatever.
Jay Sims 68.
Yeah.
on the
And
gram.
then, more importantly, because they made a point of this on our show, more importantly, you can
We're
go
the
follow
best.
our show.
Where can they find you?
You
guys?
can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Hard Talks with B&H. We're also on Twitter.
Hard Talks with B1.
And we are on Patreon, so we do bonus episodes once a month talking.
You can hear my sexy voice.
Sarah hosts those. She reads me excerpts of erotica novels.
Erotica.
Shit gets a little intense, a little heated there. We have our ring for sex spell. You can also shoot us emails at hardtalkswithbnh@gmail.com if you want to be a part of the conversation or to suggest, bless you,
Thank you.
conversational topics or whatever.
Wig.
And I think that's it.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Thanks.
So you know how they always close out the show. You know.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know.
No.
No.
Remind me.
No. So
Yes, but I can't
Until
think of it
next
right now.
time.
Oh, yes. Until next time.
take care of yourself.
Yeah,
and
take
we'll
care of
see
yourself.
you
And we'll see you.
on the other side of the beehive.
And we'll see you on
The other side of the beehive.
Hey,
Peace.
Peace.
cheers.
Bye.
Till next time, guys. Bye.